Hi everybody. So I just got off work and I went to go and eat with my mom and dad. It was kind of surprising because I never get off work this early, but I ended up getting off at around 4:30ish, and I'll tell you why. So today I get to work and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna be a sitter. You're gonna go up to med surg. You're gonna go sit with this SI patient," and I'm like, I hate sitting with SI patients. I hate sitting. Not my thing. I'd rather tech. Well, this person is straight up crazy. Like at first they're really nice and sweet, no problem. We talk, we laugh, it's a good time. Well, then they find out that they're getting put on a mandatory involuntary 72-hour hold. Then they no longer are nice. They were apparently there. They got admitted Friday, and if anybody in healthcare knows, you cannot file involuntary psych holds on the weekends. Everybody knows that. At least you can't hear. So they waited. They kept telling her, no, you can't leave, you can't leave, you can't leave, until today. And then at around 11 o'clock, they were demanding answers this morning, wondering why they couldn't leave, and I was told they were going to leave. So I was like, oh, well, yeah, great. Let's go. No. So they start getting really mad, and so the shift soup, which is a shift supervisor, and the manager of that floor comes to talk to her and trying to make it all, great, grand, trying to explain the situation. Well, they don't want to understand, and I get it. They thought that they were automatically, that was the start of the 72-hour hold. So they would have been in the hospital for 6 days, 7 days almost. So I can understand where they're coming from. Well, they start making them really mad. They have a family member come in, and that family member starts getting rude and belligerent and is acting all tough, and we have to get security in, and then they get trespassed, which means they can't step foot back in our hospital without being arrested. And then that person just starts cussing and just having a fun time getting angry with us. And then, then they want to shower. I get all the shower stuff. Then they don't want to shower. It's nasty in there. Then they want to change up bedding. So I have somebody grab me the bedding stuff, and I'm going to change it. They don't want it. Well, then they're talking about getting transferred out. Because why? Because we don't have a psych unit in my hospital. We have to ship them like 30 minutes away. So, great. Perfect. Tell her that. We don't have a psych. We're waiting for a room. Well, a couple hours go by. It's like 4 o'clock. And our ambulance arrives. And they're like, we're here to get them. And I'm like, you guys, yes, you're my saviors. You are my saviors because it has been a total crap fire. I get to go home. Let's pack them up, go. So I wake this person up, and I'm like, hey, your drivers are here. Let's go. And they sit in their bed, and they're like, I'm not going. I'm refusing to go. And I'm like, why? You were just... So they're like, I want to talk to the nurse. So I go and grab the nurse. The nurse doesn't want to go in there. They're upset. They're like, I don't want to go in there. I'm like, I don't care. You got to go before they go. So they go in there, and they're like, well, asking all these questions. Like, okay, well, how long have I been on this psych hold? And she's like, since 11 o'clock. And they're like, so if I get there, it's going to count on this time, right? It's not going to be added more. And they're like, well, it shouldn't, but we don't know their policy, so you're going to have to just, wait and see. Then they start throwing a fit. And so then they're like, well, I want to see my personal property, make sure nothing was stolen. So we find their personal property, give it to them. They look through it. Fine, perfect, good. And then they start throwing a fit. And I'm like, you know what? You're now in the ambulance's hand. I'm leaving. Because during that whole time, they were calling us the B word, mother effers, they were you name it. She was calling us it. And they just kept going, none of you guys, I don't want any of you guys back. I want all new staff. And we're like, that's good and all, but you can't actually fire us all, especially now that you're on this hold. Sorry. Shameful. And here's the thing, if you OD on pills, most likely you're not gonna get any medication while you're there, like your home meds, because we're afraid of a possible reaction unless it's something that you absolutely have to take. We'll most likely find something else to coincide with what you took, because most of the time the medications, if you stack on, you're just going to end up causing more damage. So that person wasn't understanding that we couldn't restart all of their home meds because you OD'd on them. You OD'd on those exact meds. And plus, we're worried about a reaction. So then they were mad. They were just mad about everything. And, this makes me realize why I hate being a sitter. I really hate being a sitter. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk, because I hate being a sitter. Bye, guys.